Righty then. Is it time to continue the coastal shenanigans of exploration? The only reason you know what Trails of Cold Steel is because of Jello Apocalypse. Never heard of that particular person. For the most part, when it comes to anything Trails related, I just stay in my own bubble. I typically and traditionally do not mesh very well with the mass opinion, I guess, of Trails fans and Trails games. I mean, generally we probably come to the same conclusions, like, you know, oh, this game is fun. I liked this game. But I don't think we get there the same way. I have enjoyed every Trails game that I've played to some degree. And have had a really good time with some of them. But there are also some Trails games out there I'm just like, I don't really get it. Why is this the thing? Trails of Cold Steel games, you know, I was on board for those. It's a YouTuber that talks about animation and gaming related stuff. He's on Twitch too. He likes some obscure games like Pajama Sam and Skies of Arcadia. I don't know if Skies of Arcadia is obscure. At least, maybe not in my camp. Maybe as an overall game, perhaps. But in the people that I frequently talk to or engage with conversation and Skies of Arcadia comes up, there are always great things to be said and lots of praise to be had. It definitely doesn't feel like an obscure game when those conversations come up anyways. Okay. Had a feeling. It's the final area, I'm guessing. I'm not trying to kill this horse. No, they will not. Horse, I don't know what you're doing. Oh. Okay. Did my horse just poison me? That is definitely death. He likes some mainstream stuff, though, too. Like, he's a huge fan of Fire Emblem. Okay. So basically, he is a gamer. Like most gamers out there, will find a track, or not a track. Alright, I'm thinking about other stuff. Like most gamers out there will find games that are very mainstream, you know, very well advertised. And then, you know, they kind of branch out a little bit depending on their familiarity with the gaming field. And eventually they start finding games that are, you know, a little off the wall, you know, a little closer to the indie categories. Maybe not necessarily indie, but, you know, smaller studios, small teams. Etc. Etc.
Who will fight?
True, Skies of Arcadia is definitely a legendary game. I've actually never beaten Skies of Arcadia. Fuck, ooh. Oh, looks like I am poisoned. I couldn't actually move after I made that attack. I guess the poison got to me. Well, this is gonna get annoying. This area definitely ramped up the difficulty when... Wait. Oh, the archers, right? There's an archer right there. Ow. Ow. You guys hit hard. Yeah, he's a gamer. He also really likes Professor Layton and Ace Attorney. Hello. Cockapoo. I'm terrifying them, and it's working in my favor. Ooh, some food. He hates the crossover in between the two. I feel like a lot of people, or at least, you know, a decent amount of people have mentioned that the crossover was not the game they wanted. My controller is rumbling. It was when I was walking in this direction. Not here anymore. Local Axel gets dumpstered. Look, I'm fighting new enemies, and they have poison on them and stuff. It's crazy. You know, main character taught them how to be suckafoos, and all of a sudden they like, you know what? We want to be suckafoos. It was spectacular up until the ending. That's where it went downhill. That horrendous twist. So did I don't want to know very much information on this. There is like a 5% chance that I actually play that game, but just on your opinions, is the ending like is the twist the ending, and do you not like that? Or is it a whole sequence of events, like the final 5 chapters, for example, just don't play well with what you want? Because one thing that I've been trying my best to I don't want to say work on, but I've been trying to train myself not to necessarily judge a game based off of its ending. Because for me, I value the journey of the game. You know, not saying that that's what other people should do. I'm just saying, you know, that's just how I approach things. And so there's a lot of temptation for me to kind of reach the ending of the game. And, you know, when I do reach the ending of the game, it's definitely a very polarizing kind of thing, because I'm giving my thoughts as soon as I end the game. So it's very easy for me to kind of fall into the trap of, you know, okay, I didn't like this ending, and, you know, this might color my opinions in a way that isn't good. You know, I can actually use this hwacha. With that said, it's another reason why I like to write down my thoughts. You know, after messing around with sessions in the game or playing however many sessions in the game, is because I kind of get my thoughts throughout the journey, and there's been many occasions where I'll say something. Why can't I stand off? Okay, the spear guys are such suckafoos, man. Such suckafoos. I've already lost where I was going to go with all of this, but long story short, I guess. Stuff and stuff with the stuff and stuff. I feel like there's going to be more fox dens. Well, it's more like the twist comes directly before the ending, and the ending itself is actually fine. They struck the landing, but the twist was pretty outlandish, to say the least. And it certainly made it harder to stick the landing. You need to do that as well? Writing down notes while you play games is something you've never really done? I do it mostly because I'm a very forgetful person. Case in point, I just forgot the point I was going on while I was fighting those guys because I was about to die. But I forget a lot of things as I'm playing the game, and writing them down helps me keep track of them. And it'll help me remember other things that I'm trying to remember, I guess. Not getting any rumble here, so I guess there's no cricket. But I think I was saying something along the lines of there's been many occasions where I've written something down that was my opinion on the beginning of the game and then disagreed with it by the end of the game. Those are great moments for me. Because I'll be like, nah, you know, past me was a little crazy. But yeah, like, for example, the Mass Effect games. Specifically Mass Effect 3. Basically nobody likes Mass Effect 3 because of the ending. But for me, I look at Mass Effect 3 and I'm like, I had a great time with Mass Effect 3. And sure, the ending is leaving a lot to be desired, but does the ending deserve to negate everything that I just achieved and every bit of fun that I just had? And I decided, you know, that's I'm not gonna let the ending do that. I had a great time. Brewery. I think there's gonna be something down there. Just a little bit of whatchamacallit, fog of war that I can't quite reach. There we go. Still feel like I need to go down there though. At the same time though, I think there's a lot of valid criticism when it comes to the ending being the most important part. Because a lot of games put a lot of effort into making the ending feel like the biggest payoff, you know, the most important part of the game. The end of the journey, the climax to the finale or what have you. And so, you know, I get it. I understand. And I do the same thing. I'm pretty sure there was a game recently that I played where I wasn't too happy with the ending of the game. And that kind of colored things the wrong way for me. Oh, there's another lighthouse right there? That's crazy. Yeah, that's why you'd still give the crossover an 8 out of 10 since it was still a really fun experience overall. Okay. Reflect on my dead horse.
Nobu. Nobu. You are a brave companion. A good friend. Maybe I'll see you soon.
Or Nobu. And you have found that your opinions can change over time, or even with the environment you're placed in. Like you wasn't, you weren't big on Eminem's Relapse album at first in 2009, but in 2020 you found new appreciation for it after revisiting it, since you realized all the layers to it. Underground is probably your favorite song on there. I think that happens a lot. Yeah, I can't challenge this guy.
Stand and fight.
A lot of people... one of the things about music is that it really does take multiple listens to really get a deep dive into everything that's going on. What the heck? Why didn't I get to challenge those guys? Oh boy, that's a dead horse. don't know why I suddenly was able to have more hallucination darts right there. And lethal poison. I've been full on those for a really long time. Am I losing supplies when I die? Is that how this is working? I actually like relapse more than recovery as a result, even though it's a bit of a hot take. So it's definitely been a while since I've listened to those albums, and I would argue that I probably haven't even listened to those albums to completion. I probably listened to a few songs and was like, you know, this is not for me. I don't like it.